There, good afternoon, girls. I'd like to welcome Mia Vines to the stage. She is going to be playing the piano for us. She's going to play Waltz in A minor.
I'm Greg Still with the IT department here at GPS, and I just wanted to tell you about a new club this year that Tracy Durham and I are starting. It's called the Information Technology Club. In this club, we'll be talking about hardware, software concepts, network troubleshooting, and cybersecurity. If you have any interest in the field or just want to learn more, I hope you'll check it out. We're planning on meeting on Wednesdays during the B block. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name's Nicola. That's Emmy. We're here for some cross-country YGGs. YGG to Jane Eiselstein, Gilly Shumate, and Mary Womack, who were featured in the Best of Preps for being outstanding runners this past season, and also a big YGG to Frances Bonner, who was our #2 runner and also had a killer season.
And a YGG to Coach Outlaw for being named the Best of Preps Coach of the Year for Girls Cross Country. And also, just a reminder that Calliope submissions are open, and every submission earns Bruiser Bowl points, and the deadline for those is Monday. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank you, guys. Good afternoon again. My name is Katie Outlaw, and I'm the Middle School Dean of Students. I have two really quick announcements. Middle school girls, please check your email. I just sent a really lengthy email to you about our schedule for tomorrow. There's a lot of really important stuff in there about what we're doing, but the big things are we need you here on time, you need to have a fully charged iPad, and it's a dress down day for you tomorrow. And also, this is for both middle and upper school, we will have an early dismissal on Friday. So we will end at 2:50 right after that is E period, is that right? Yes. So early dismissal on Friday. And now I would like to welcome Jenna and Ellie, who will introduce their sister and our chapel speaker, Kadra Thorstensen.
Hey. So let's set the scene. It was a beautiful day in 2002, way before most of you were born. I was 5 years old, enjoying being the baby of the family and living my best life, queen behavior life, when all of a sudden I thought what a normal trip to the grocery store turned into a 3-day trip, resulting in the purchase of what I thought at that time to be a weird crying alien. Let's just say that this alien stole my thunder. If you know our family dynamic, Kadra and I butt heads a lot. I also suffer terribly with apologies. So here are some things I will apologize for. Kadra, I'm sorry that I planted a full sippy cup and a new pocket knife in your bag at TSA pre-check at airport security. I'm sorry you got searched. I knew it was your biggest fear. I'm sorry that I shot you out of a baby bouncer to see how far you'd go. Lesson learned. You went very far. I'm sorry that I thought, well-known story, tying a rope around your neck and the other to the top of a slide would keep you from falling at the bottom. Keep you from falling at the bottom. Bad mistake on my part once again. I'm sorry for getting you suspended in elementary school for telling you what to say to get rid of a bully. I mean, in my defense, Jersey Shore was very popular and it did work. And lastly, I'm sorry that you had to follow in Ellie and I's amazing footsteps. Just kidding. In all seriousness, the woman that stands before you today is a fearless, encouraging, loving, compassionate, and honestly one of the most incredible people I've ever come across or met in my life. She embodies selflessness, and she will continue to wow me and inspire me every single day. It's super humbling to have a younger sister that you not only look up to because she is a 5'10" Amazon woman, but because she is just one of the most amazing people you'll ever come across. Keonj, Kata, Kendra, I love you and I'm beyond proud of you. I can't wait to hear what you have to say and the impact that you're going to have on all of us today. Continue making me proud and being awesome, but not too awesome because it makes me look bad to Mom. Thanks again for taking over the cool sister position because the crown was getting a little too heavy. I love you forever.
All right, wow, this is weird. I never thought I'd have to get back up here. So hi, as you know, I'm Ellie, Kadra's oldest and debatably wisest sister. But although Kadra and I do share a pretty big age gap, throughout our lives we've had many little moments that I treasure. And my moments are a little different than Jenna's due to the fact I'm not trying to kill her. So while I was struggling to find the perfect story for this introduction, call it fate, call it Spotify, a song that has always reminded me of her started playing. I'm going to sing it for you now. Just kidding. Frankly, no one, including me, wants to hear that. However, I do need to start with the background behind the song so there can be some context, and maybe suspense, which is my attempt at holding your attention. I've been in your shoes before. A couple of weeks ago, I got a random text from Kadra that said, hey, if you had to choose our song, what would it be? It took me 2 seconds to respond, and not just because I'll drop anything for a text from Kadra, but because I immediately knew. So I told her Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, which dates all the way back to when I would drive her everywhere, against my will, by the way. and played that song so many times that she memorized the entire thing, including the speaking parts, and will do both, which is very impressive for one person to perform a duet. So when I asked her why she needed to know the song, she told me, because I want to set it as your ringtone, just for when you call so I know it's you. But just as I was feeling super special, she quickly ruined that with a follow-up text saying, but you never call me anyway, so I probably won't hear it. And that's that sisterly love they talk about. So Kadra, I'm not sure which part of the song plays when, or apparently if, I call, but I want to tell you the verses that remind me of you. We'll start with the first. Holy moly, me oh my, you're the apple of my eye. Girl, I've never loved one like you. Aside from Jenna, I can't show favoritism in public. If you ask anyone, they'll tell you that the person I talk about most, besides Ruth Bader Ginsburg, is Kadra. And in my head and in hers, she can do no wrong, though countless detentions prove otherwise. And I may or may not be known to carry a picture of her in my wallet and find excuses to show people. Moving on though, then there's the verse, laugh until we think we'll die, barefoot on a summer night, nothing could be sweeter than with you. Which immediately reminds me of the summers after I moved to Boston, since that was the time I would always come home and we would be together again. Whether it's sitting around a fire, listening to you complain about the bugs, or having you beat me in ping pong, I will get you back at some point. Laughing with you is truly my favorite thing, and nothing is sweeter than that. And finally, you knew it was coming, but the most important verse in the song. Home, let me come home, home is wherever I'm with you. So overall, I want to thank you, Kadra, because the most meaningful thing you've ever taught me, aside from how to use TikTok, is that whether I'm Tennessee, Boston, or anywhere in the world, my home isn't a physical place, but rather the people I love. And yes, to be fair, we didn't technically choose to be sisters, hence why Jenna tried to get rid of you, but I think that we chose to build a home together, and that home is safe, consistent, and full of love. Home in every way is truly wherever I'm with you. So, after all of this, I went ahead and set your ringtone to the same song, just so I can remember that home is only one call or sassy text away. But while I'm at it and up here, you should probably call me more. Introducing Jenna and Ellie's little sister, Kadra.
Wow, okay. Thank you, Ellie and Jenna, for that introduction. I couldn't do life without you, even though I should be dead due to the fact you both tried to kill me numerous times. I love you guys so much, and you are my rocks. Also, this talk wouldn't be complete if I didn't mention my mom. So Mom, you are the strongest person I know I don't tell you this enough, but I look up to you in so many ways, and I love you. Also, thank you to my guests for coming. I wouldn't be where I am today without each and every one of you. And lastly, to my rat, Mackenzie, you are so cool, and I hope you have a great time throughout your years at GPS. Ashley and I are so lucky to have you as a rat. Okay, so before I start my talk, I think I need to clear something up. My name is Kadra. It's not Kaidra, Kendra, Kada, Keandra, Kenya, or my favorite Pedra. It's Kadra. And I do understand that that is difficult to say, but if you have trouble with it, just ask me. It's a lot better and less awkward than me having to sit there and patiently wait for you to try and sound it out. I was set up for failure in the beginning with being named such a hard name, but it also doesn't help that the Kadra I know and was named after lived down the street from me and is now a big-time model and still won't answer my direct messages on Instagram. So now for the real thing, what you actually came to hear or were forced to hear. I never honestly thought I would be here at this school and on this stage. First of all, I thought I could maybe find a way out of doing this talk, but more than that, I didn't think I would even make it to my senior year here, especially after all the visits to Miss Gordon's office. But here I am in front of you all doing this. When writing this, I had no clue what I wanted to talk about. I went back and forth between talking about being bullied because I looked like Dora, telling the story about how I ended up in the hospital because of Red Bull, or I could just simply make a list to make Dr. Harrison mad. But instead, I'm going to talk about a group of people who have had a big impact on my life because that just seems more positive. Now, one more disclaimer. I'm going to mention the Kardashians. Many of you have probably heard about them or watched their show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And as you know, I love it. From when Kim lost her diamond earring in the ocean to Chloe getting married within the first month of meeting Lamar, I've basically been a part of their family the whole time. I know many people hate on the show, saying it's stupid, and by watching it, I'm just giving them more money, which is true, but honestly, I don't care. At least they're entertaining. So now that I've prepared you, I want to explain a bit about the people who have taught me a lot of things and helped me be the cager standing before you, who honestly barely made it. Kourtney Kardashian. Kourtney has taught me two things. One, that even if the truth hurts, some people just need it. She's always seen saying her opinion, even if it's harsh. She also taught me that loving yourself is a major key in life when she once said, "I'm in love," and when asked with who, Kourtney replies back immediately with myself. Personally, I think that everyone should have this type of mindset when it comes to self-love. Kim Kardashian. Kim has taught me to always love my self-image. As she once explained, you don't put a bumper sticker on a Bentley. For me, it's hard with the society that we are in to feel beautiful, but Kim and I are personally here to tell you that everyone is beautiful, even with a little plastic surgery. She also taught me that it's okay to ugly cry, and it's okay to take selfies when your family's in a crisis, but that's besides the point. Now on to Chloe. She once said, you gotta beat on a lot of doors before the right ones open, which stuck with me and taught me that you will make mistakes and wrong choices in life, but eventually you will grow from those and make the right ones. She also demonstrated why you should not get married within the first month of meeting someone, because we all know how that turned out. Kendall. Kendall Jenner has taught me that everyone is beautiful in their own way, and you don't have to be like everybody else. Find what makes you beautiful and love yourself for it. If you know Kendall, like I do so well, she does her own thing and she owns her differences. And I think it's important for everyone to be unique. And as one of my favorite philosophers, Harry Styles, once said, that's what makes you beautiful. Kylie once said, I don't really regret anything. And even if that's probably not completely true, I personally regret many things in my life. Again, the Red Bull. But they are learning opportunities that help me grow. If you regret everything you do, then you won't have any fun. That's why my motto is the ever-popular YOLO. But I'm pretty sure Miss Gordon and my parents will say that's not always the best advice to follow. Miss Colley. First off, if you don't know Miss Colley, I'm truly sorry. She was one of the best people I've ever met, and even though she reminded me almost every time I saw her that she did not like me, I still admire her. When she worked here, she would often tell me about how everyone would stare at her, and she could tell that they were judging her because she was handicapped. But that taught me that even if you have differences, you still need to be yourself. People might stare and judge you, but what matters is how you think of yourself and how you hold yourself at the end of the day. Now on to my actual sisters. Jenna is the middle child of the Thorstensons, and I know everyone has heard the phrase, the middle child is the worst, and I'm here to tell you that that is 100% true. If you haven't heard the stories, then you are in for a treat. Just one of my favorites is when Jenna decided to tie a rope around my neck and attach the other end of the rope to the top of the slide and quickly push me down. Although I'm not sure what she wanted the outcome to be, and I don't think I want to know, she has taught me not only that family will always be there for you and have your back, but also how to be strong. My sister has gone through so much stuff in her life that I can't imagine going through, but here she is in front of us all, thriving, or as she would say, surviving. Ellie, or Noelle as I call her, is the eldest and the weirdest. Although we are several years apart, I've had my fair share of stories with her. Like the time she convinced me I was adopted and that monks were coming back to get me and they were going to shave my head. As you can tell, she uses words and Jenna uses actions. Although I never looked at monks the same, Ellie is who I want to be like when I get older. Ellie is very successful, even though she's gone through a lot, but she is so strong, and she taught me that things will knock you down, but you have to get up and you have to keep going. So yeah, these are the people that keep me going every day and the people I've learned the most from. Although some of them I've yet to meet, they still inspire me to be the best version of myself. So if you weren't listening to anything I just said, just take away this. Find people or things or TV shows that will push you to be yourself. Find those people and keep those people, because they will help you become the best you possible. Thank you.